me personally, I wouldn't want to have a petty wedding. And by petty wedding, I don't mean traditional wedding.
Yeah.
But I mean like dance. A petty dancer. Weekend to come 2 days.
I love love, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
Love is a beautiful thing.
I have seen people that are very much in love.
Yeah.
And I've seen how it ruins it. I'm not too sure about marriage in a sense that I don't know the use for it. Wasn't it like the point of marriage sort of to solidify something that is never ending? People feel left out, right? Speaking requires yes, which means it requires
you bringing someone in.
Exactly.
In life, it's either you speak out or you act out.
As artists, we want peace. After hectic rehearsals or difficult times, you want to go home and find peace.
The moment you notice that you're walking on shelves, you walk slower. I don't want to be quiet for 2 days.
I think like
I don't want to be quiet
like,
for 2 days. I'm like, and then what? You know what I really like about Soli is that he chooses the topics that he chooses are so like unexpected.
Even when I saw Prayers for the first time when it premiered at the TX, I said, this person sounds like somebody that I know. Nah, get out of here.
It's not based on him.
Masai is clever in writing fiction and make it real.
Yes, tragedy of Samuel Omunye, because I know you know that I always shout about it and say, you have no idea what you did here. People might not know this, but Masai does not drink.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a thing of like, how then were you able to go in there? And then it got me to think even about like Dr. Jeremy Fouquet, right? We've seen him act like he's drunk, and we think that this guy's really drunk.
That's hard, guys.
Fun fact, he has never tasted alcohol in his life.
That's crazy.
The Market Theatre is partnering with us again. We are doing Maputo. We are doing the TX Theatre Hub at Mozambique.
Preparing also for NEF.
Yes, we are doing NEF again and again. And also we are doing our collaboration.
We had our first radio interview.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Which
took
really
an hour.
Yeah, it was supposed to take like 20 minutes.
Life loves me. I've been in a situation where I shouldn't have come out of, and then I came out of that shit. I'm like, how the fuck did I survive that?
Yeah, let's work. Let's begin. It's been a minute.
Life lives
we
me
are
so much,
back.
Yeah, we're back, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute. We're here.
Yeah.
How are you gents doing?
I'm alright. How are you, Soli?
I am tired
Why?
of all these machines. I almost went into your poem. You know which one. But I am legit tired.
Oh yeah, I have a poem like that.
Yes, I know it. I'm the one who shot you.
Yes, I remember.
But the last time, I was home, of course, and I forgot to like put in leave. Yeah. And the moment I noticed that, crap, I should have put leave because it means I'm working Sunday.
And so you have to come back quickly.
Was from Rai over Mokapela. And it's
especially when it was like you didn't plan for it.
And it was, and I couldn't miss it. So it was my uncle's wedding. Yeah. Right. My uncle is getting married. And then this is the same uncle whose mother passed on like not so long ago. Where I was doing a poem, right, as well. Sure. And now he called me because he wanted
a new poem.
Yes. I gave him a 90% discount, so that they be aware of my rates.
Okay, for sure.
Right. They will have. I feel like if someone is booking me in my village or at my home, they will have by default. I'm gonna, especially right now in the next now to 5 years, probably even more. They will have a discount.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I was there performing. I performed 2 poems. Right. The first one being Lelemela Kokofeke. Right. The other one is that my uncle no longer have uncles.
Okay.
Right. All of them have passed on. And all the aunts as well. Yeah. So what he did was he wanted me to write a poem. He didn't even want me to write a poem about his wedding. Yeah. It was like, I just need a poem that actually has all of my mother's siblings.
Yeah.
And what I did is that I was like, okay, cool. So he's an apostle, right? And he's getting married, and his name is David.
Yeah.
And I had a letter, and then it's as if like every stanza is a certain uncle or an aunt who's speaking.
Okay.
Right? So it was like, dear David,
Okay.
dear David,
I
dear
like
David,
that.
like son of Mohova, dear David, nephew of
Ngwadi like
David.
okay.
So he said he wanted both English and Sepedi. So it
In
had
one poem.
yes.
Oh, that's nice.
So it was like unfolding in that, and then when it gets to where it's as if the uncle is speaking, what a spade.
Oh, that's nice.
So it was an awesome experience. I noticed that I used to be shy and not take it seriously.
Yeah.
Because no, as long as I'm gonna just speak, people will be impressed that I'm speaking this clean English or this well-off Sepedi. But I noticed that I start enjoying it.
It's fun.
I get comfortable with holding the mic.
Yeah.
You know, like how we don't like holding mics, right?
Yeah.
But I hold the mic. I don't need a mic stand at home.
I think it depends as well, like where and what you're performing for.
Yeah.
Right. Some spaces require like, okay, are you getting married?
Sure. Soon.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I will get married.
Yeah.
Definitely, I will get married.
Yeah.
I love love, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
Love is a beautiful thing. And sometimes we punish ourselves for things that did not work.
Yeah.
But if you find something that works, get married, dog.
I see.
Yeah. I had like three people saying that next year, how?
Yeah, but also there is also a fear. If it didn't work, it didn't work. You move and marry the next one. If it works, then you keep it. And even if I marry the woman that I'm gonna marry now, I'm gonna marry her again if nothing changes.
I see. That's beautiful. But if wasn't it like the point of marriage sort of to solidify something that is never ending? Even in the vows, that's like until death do us apart, blah, blah, blah. And you say, and I quite agree with you for sure. For me, if it doesn't work out, separate is not healthy.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
Why do it anyway when you still have that, listen, man, if it doesn't work out, we leave, right? Why then put it up, if that condition exists already, that condition that, why then does our marriage, which I agree with you, have this clause, this condition that we put in?
Because we're two different individuals who are coming.
Then why get married?
Because I love this person. And I think and feel that this person is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, because you begin not to imagine your life without them.
Yeah.
And there is a life before you met them, yes, but once you're with them, you begin to feel like, I cannot imagine life without this particular individual, right?
Yeah.
And then I want to live this life forever. And forever means that I'm marrying this person. Yeah. But forever can change, right? Forever could be a long time. Forever could be a short time.
For sure.
And if it doesn't work, we are old enough, matured enough to say, it did not work, my baby.
Yeah.
Let's part ways.
Yeah.
And I wish you find another forever where you're going, and I should find another forever where I'm going. I cannot hold on the love that I cannot express.
Yeah.
I have this much love to give. Why should I keep it to myself? I need to give it to the next person. I'm giving it to my person now, fully, and I'm happy. Why are you guys laughing?
No, it's beautiful. It's
it
beautiful.
Is.
It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, aren't you guys giving love? Why?
No.
Love is a beautiful thing.
I'm asking a direct question. Don't try and say it's a good. No, I'm saying we find ourselves in spaces where we sometimes really try to protect people we're in relationships with, trying to protect ourselves because we are very public with our lives. Yeah. We live in public spaces. At least want something to be protected. Which,
for sure.
Which is our love.
I see it.
But it doesn't mean I'm in a secret relationship. I have someone. I'm with someone, and that is good. And I'm enjoying my life with my someone. And I think you do or you don't. It's up to you. But yes, do I want to get married? For sure.
Well, how much of that, especially like in a relationship, how much of it do you personally reserve for affection, and how much do you also reserve for effort, right? Because sometimes
Isha Mike facing yana so ba khono bona re lona o tswile no I can so
Fase.
eh ba bona re lona o tswile
but I'm doing guys, this is what I'm insecure about.
I literally have like less than 10 strands on my chin.
Yeah, let's not talk about beards. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, how much of it is reserved for like affection, and how much of it is reserved to effort? Like, do you require it to be balanced? Do you require it to be one more than the other, or what have you found sort of in this perfect relationship that you're in, right? Because sometimes we just gel. Right, I'm not exuding like any type of effort right now in this conversation. I don't feel like I have to do anything, but I'll be lying if I say like that is the same in terms of like in a relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't feel like doing something, but you sort of kind of have to, because maybe for the sake of the person that you're with, for the sake of the relationship. Because I'm an introvert. This is known about me. I go nowhere except like work.
Yeah.
Even if I'm going to a theater, I watch a theater. That is within work, like right? You will never find me like at a club or like at whatever. Yeah. But that's not sort of a normal thing. Like in terms of like out there, people want to go out. People want to enjoy life with their partners.
Yeah.
In that sense. So me going out, not necessarily like it's hard or it's something I don't want to do, but it is inevitably effort, right?
True.
It is effort for me to leave my house, right? But it's effort that it is as much effort as someone who wants to get healthy knows that they have to push
Go
up
to the gym.
You know what I mean? That isn't, it's necessary effort.
Yeah.
But how much effort is too much effort? And how much affection is too much affection? Because sometimes it can just be too much affection.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this is my person with gel. And just like, surely this is unhealthy at some point. This is not even love. This is borderline obsession.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
You know,
I think it has also, I like what you were touching on, extending on that, is the fact that a relationship is an acknowledgement that I'm not in this thing alone.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right? I would say, me personally, I wouldn't want to have a petty wedding. And by petty wedding, I don't mean traditional wedding.
Yeah.
But I mean like dance. A petty dancer. Weekend to come, 2 days.
So how are you going to get married?
So
because you are soon, we know. Yeah.
Yeah, as it goes on, hopefully. So what happens is
no, we know you are.
We know you are. I don't know.
I'm a lover boy.
Why are you phrasing it like that? That's so funny.
Man, we know you are.
So it's a thing of I will do it when the person I'm getting married to wants to do it.
For sure.
And they don't even have to insist.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a thing of like, it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
And it's that because I know I'm not dating myself. I'm not marrying myself.
For sure.
So I know that there's another form of compromise, whether it's direct or indirect.
Yeah.
And that, because sometimes the fine things about life, they don't have to be specified and we have to write essays about them.
Yeah.
They just happen. And
For
by
sure.
default, your person is doing things and sacrificing for you, whether you see it or not.
And how they shape and move in their life because of you, they move differently.
Yeah.
They don't move the way they did when you're not part of their lives.
Yeah.
So now that you're part, they're going to move differently. They're going to do things differently.
Yeah.
And not because they are obsessed or any other thing, but I always think that there should be a balance. Like you're saying, there shouldn't be more of this or less of this or that. But the best relationship is when you do not have to explain yourself to your partner and they get you.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because sometimes you're in relationships where I need to explain to yourself what kind of a human being I am.
Yeah.
That I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and write sins, you know. At some point, I'll just want to sit on the couch and just be quiet and be with my thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, when I went to rehearsals, I do not have time. Time there does not exist. We have a beginning time, but ending time we do not have. So that also becomes a thing that makes relationships work. Sometimes you like a person, sometimes you are attracted to a person, but once you find yourself in the same space, you realize that I was attracted to this person from a distance. I don't think this is my life. But if you find yourself becoming a better person and meeting things that you never thought existed about yourself.
Yeah.
And that also creates a beautiful relationship, man. It gives you peace, as artists, we want peace. After hectic rehearsals or difficult times, you want to go home and find peace.
But I have to
And when are you getting married?
Soon.
Sure. We know. Hey, gents, look at us.
Soon is subjective, my friend.
Tomorrow
never
comes. So don't let them fool you with poems. They are getting married.
No. For me, I'm not too sure about marriage.
When did it change?
No. Let me sort of like qualify that.
You sure?
I'm not too sure about marriage in a sense that I don't know the use for it, right? Except maybe as a qualifier of love, as something that sort of like solidifies something. But how do you solidify something that is already solid in that sense? You know what I mean? And also, I have seen people that are very much in love.
Yeah.
And I've seen how it ruins it, because what marriage does is that inevitably it will involve other people.
Oh, yeah.
At least my understanding of it.
If you want to.
No. It will have to. Not like in a terrible way. Let me finish.
Oh,
Not in a terrible way. Like I say that for me.
Not in that way.
For me, if I get married, right, it's just basically me saying, exactly. Here's this person, right? And also when they say like I'm not gonna just take it out and give it to them like I used to. I'm like, you know that thing we did with the marriage and the thing, I must talk to this person first because my money is now shared. See, people are inevitably involved.
Yeah.
So
but
they're involved in that sense.
This is what I was saying. That if you have to explain yourself to someone, then it becomes a problem.
No, I'm getting to that point.
Yes. Let me finish this point.
Yeah.
I was saying, if you don't explain yourself to your person that you're getting married to soon, they know that we are marrying to this family, that Masai is taking care of his mother, is taking care of his father, is taking care of this thing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to explain yourself because you've introduced yourself to them and they've figured out how to exist in life with you. It becomes a problem when now you say, can we borrow them? And they said, why didn't you? No.
But I disagree with that, and I'm not in a bad way.
Sure.
Because explaining means that explaining myself and asking permission are two different things, right? So there are things about me that I have deemed to be natural, right?
Yeah.
But they are very unnatural to the next person.
Yes.
Right? You were telling a story about how you were introduced to me at the campus, how I would move around, right?
Yeah.
That surely requires some explaining to the next person. That sometimes my mind tends to go south and I sort of in my thoughts and those thoughts sort of like animated and I tend to like, speak out loud.
It,
sometimes like saying that you don't have to explain yourself, someone might take it as though like you don't have to like ask for permission for doing something.
I think
I'm saying
I understand.
that hey, I'm doing a podcast, this podcast does this and this and this, it's at that place, I might come back home late because of this and this and this and this. What is this? What are you guys talking about? That's me explaining this thing, right? That is sort of an explaining of myself. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna have late rehearsals, and I've been having late rehearsals since before. So for me,
3 a.m.
it's
is your
also
thing.
like I do not assume that they will
read your mind
immediately, right? I'm saying that sometimes a bit of explaining of yourself is required. The only separation is that when that explaining becomes you asking for permission, right? Because even me, I require explanation from them about some of the things that they do, right? I'm like, why how did we get here? What's going on? How do we remedy this? Something like so. Explaining yourself, I don't think it's something sort of condemn. I think it opens up room for conversation.
No. I agree.
Yes.
And I think also I need to clarify.
Yes.
There are things that we meet together that are new for both of us.
For sure.
That I need to explain.
Yeah.
But constant explaining who I am to a person we're not gonna go
course,
anywhere.
that's not conducive, yes.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. That
yes.
okay, the podcast came. Yeah. Okay, maybe we're together when the podcast came. Hey, I'm starting to have these conversations. Things might be comfortable, things might be uncomfortable, but we are figuring these things out in front of a camera with two of my friends. There are things that will be comfortable when they come out. There are things that will be uncomfortable when they come out. So how then do we find a way to? And the person knows that Masai, when he's about to perform, he needs to take off his shoes and he's going to speak alone. Even when there are people who say, that's my boy. He's preparing for his performance. You don't have to explain yourself to them. They're not embarrassed by who you are. And that person you could live with because...
Why you choose the word embarrassed? Guys, are you embarrassed?
No.
Everybody knows that...
Choose another word.
No, but I'm making an example. I know you're joking, my friend. And you don't have to explain yourself. And you are allowed to be, guys, being in a relationship and allowed to be yourself, not to put up a facade when you walk home. Most people, they leave works and they go act at home. They have
to take that breather before they get out of the car.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a heavy thing.
That's what I'm saying. And there are new things I'm gonna meet with my partner. Said, hey, I met this thing about me that I need to explain, and we meet it together. But who I am, I cannot explain myself. I cannot explain that I'm an artist, I'm a writer every day.
True. It shows. It should be because life it's not a telling. It's a by default we are showing, right? Someone said, I always like quoting this person. I need to find who was saying this.
Yeah.
Was
Maybe
saying
it's me.
in life.
I'm sure it's me.
They say that in life it's either you speak out or you act out.
Okay.
So right, it's basically saying it's either you're speaking or you're doing. Right. So when you don't speak something out, you will act it out.
Yes.
Right. And for example, what let's say maybe Masai is rehearsing and it's going around. You are acting it out. You don't have to be like, Sichaba way.
Yes.
It's that kind of a thing. And then the person but was putting it in the context of a relationship. That if something, for example, if there's something that is bothering you and you're not speaking it out, you will act out.
Yeah.
Right? It was on that. I was like, interesting. That is actually the case. Every single time we communicate beyond what we say. Right? And I think that's also where when they say action speaks louder than words, what they might mean at times. Because we speak a lot, but when something happens or when something is acted out, it becomes kind of more impactful in some cases.
I think it's because then people feel left out, right? Speaking requires... Yes. Which means it requires...
You're bringing someone in.
Exactly. Acting doesn't require that, right? It just requires that I am reacting to a thing and I'm reacting to it seemingly by myself.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes we try our very best to sort of like conceal sort of these things. Sort of you don't want them to bleed out. Maybe something that you're ashamed of, something that you're embarrassed about, something, you know what I mean? And you sort of like hide it and you don't speak about it, but it will sort of bubble up somewhere else, right? It will mushroom in other parts of your relationship. And if you don't have a clear line of communication with the person that you're with, or also you don't want to be with someone that feel like you have to speak up, right? So if they see something and they don't sort of like make note of it to you, that is also a problem. Right? If I see you acting weird. Sideways and I just let you forever, and then I'm also at fault. Because I'm not saying like, yo, this is 100. What's going on here?
That's
you know what I mean? What's going on with you? Because sometimes you are right. If you don't speak up, you'll
act it out.
You'll act it out. Sometimes the acting is also unbeknownst to even me who's acting it out.
Yes.
Right?
True,
Sometimes
true. It's a habit because it's a thing that you're just continuing to do.
It's something that something
it's just like breathing to you. It's just another day.
Some people are very different depending on how much sleep they've gotten. Right? But also for them, because they are inside the thing, they don't see it. We from outside, like, you are weird. I'll tell you a story. I was shooting this film, but I was doing head of art department. So when you're head of art department, you have to like set up the scene in the morning while people are having breakfast. because that's the first shoot. So we arrive. We don't even go to the breakfast, right? We arrive, we go to the scene, we set it up, and then when they're shooting the first scene, then we are having breakfast. It is something of that nature, because like we want to like keep things going. And I think it was like 3-4 days of that shoot when one of the people that was working with me pulled me on the side. It's like, we understand that you are the head of the department. We understand that we're working under you, but we will not work with you until you've had breakfast. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you guys talking about? We're here. Like, scene 1, you, and scene 3, you are two different people, because scene 3, you has eaten. Scene 1, you is all over the place. It's just trying to like get things done. And like, yo, we need to make sure that you have eaten. And I didn't even realize this. Someone had to point it out.
Yes.
But
and how beautiful is that?
Right, because then the next following days, I had breakfast early on.
Yeah, so that you don't forget.
Also, I'll talk to the production guys. We will need to eat first as the art department, and then we'll do your stuff. And they're like, yeah, of course, we will make room for that. And then we ate, and then shooting became sort of even a breeze for me, because I was beginning to hate that production, because I was just there's something that I didn't understand why I was like frustrated so early in the morning. So like, just eat.
What like such a beautiful thing to be in a space when you are not alone, and you are able to be acknowledged. And sometimes an acknowledge of a group is by acknowledging self. For example, I'm pretty sure someone was hungry in the other side and was like, damn it, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And by default, when they actually speak it out that, no guys, I'm hungry, let's tell Messiah, and they're like, oh, I am. And the relief that comes, and I know, for example, that I, for one, I can lock in and forget that I did not eat the whole day until like after.
Yes.
And it's not because I don't want to eat, I love food. But if someone points it out, no, you didn't eat or take food.
Yeah.
And when that happens, I think even in relationships, you feel seen, you feel loved. I would tell people, I would be having conversations that I appreciate the really smallest things.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
And this is partially because I can do almost anything for myself. I can cook. I can clean my own room. I've lived alone. I've grown up in a house of boys. So, but it slaps when someone who is a loved one cooks for you.
It's so nice.
It is so nice.
So what about you, Mxolisi? What are some of the ways that you feel seen? Because there's this conversation, not even conversation, this question that is being asked lately online by people saying like, what is flowers version? What is what?
A boy's version of flowers.
Yes. What is a man's version of flowers? Right. And people have like different parts of it. But I think what is being asked is that how are men, how do we see you?
How do we see you?
Because flowers, buying flowers for someone means that I thought of you. I look at the flowers. This. I'm buying. I see you, right? It's men seeing women. That's what buying flowers is. I see
and
you.
It's a symbol of effort and
it's a symbol of effort, right? And maybe we can unpack something here by sort of figuring out what are sort of the subtle ways that things that have been done for you that is like, I don't need you to do this for me, but it's nice that you did.
Yes.
No, but now you're disqualifying the statement there when you say, I don't need you to do this, but it's nice that you've
no, but I'm not disqualifying. That's
I think in a way of saying like I can. What is the phrasing?
Wait. What did you understand by the first question?
You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But you did it, it's fine.
Okay, well, answer the question.
I think it's the phrasing. Yeah, Masai. What's what ke feng? Ke la ya hore ke a khona go dira ntwene. Mara I don't want people not to do it for me. I love it when
it's nice when they do it for me. I'm not like it's like you, right? You drive.
I drive. Yeah.
Your girl drives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just saying driving is the thing. I'm usually driving as an example.
Yes.
And most of the time, we know that guys are the ones who's driving. And sometimes the person maybe doesn't even like driving that much. And she's just like, oh, I know you don't really like to do that. Let me do it instead. Because I know you're from rehearsals, or I know from a podcast, or I know you've been doing push-ups or whatever. Let me drive. That, you know what I mean? That's you being seen. That's something. I'm using that as an example. Don't steal my driving example. What's your actual example?
I mean, I suffer from chronic migraines, right?
Okay.
I'm on like lifetime medication for migraine.
Yeah.
And I know that I need to take medication. And when she brings up the portion of it and says, hey, you need to get your prescription, you need to get your pills, you need to get your meds. That also makes me feel seen. And I love food. And when I work, I forget to eat. I eat when I'm done, but she'll say, hey, you did not eat. Hey, you forgot
What's up with food, guys? Why
food is love.
Food is
no. Why don't we eat? That is fine. The question is like, why don't we eat?
Here's the thing. We just work. No. Like, we are crazy about what we're doing. Here's the thing about us. And the circle that I'm in, we are crazy about what we are doing. We are so deep in it that once we start doing it, we want to do it perfectly. And everything else stops, you know. Even time, we do not look at time, we do not look at our stomach, we just go. You know, you could get in the theater at 6 a.m. and then it's 7 p.m. and you just remembering when you enter your house that, damn, I did not eat and there is food. Your partner says, hey, Masai.
Yeah, we need to change that. It's quite unhealthy. Actually.
It is very unhealthy.
Very unhealthy. Also, there's something that I'm learning now is also putting things on a calendar and times on it.
That is also true. I'm learning that as well.
You learn how to say, okay, breakfast time, resting time, reading time, talking to family, friends time.
You need to make time for
you need to make time for these things. Time for your partner, time for your mental development, your mental wellness. So you need to write them down because a phone will remind you that, hey, you just need to read 2 pages of this. You need to go see your therapist. Hey, it's lunchtime.
A lot is happening.
But what I found with the art is that it sometimes it overrides the calendar in a sense that if I have said I'm going to eat at 2 and 2 finds me on flow in bra. I'm not eating.
But you're gonna get an apple or
I'm not
something.
Eating anything.
You will.
I'm snoozing that thing. I'm here. I'm typing because I'm gone.
When you're alone,
it's unhealthy. I'm not promoting it. It's very unhealthy that you do need sort of like sustenance to eat because also you realize that you also write differently once you sort of healthy, once you're full, once you're like nourished,
gotten rest.
You write very different, and you're sort of like more critical of the thing, not just like flowing and then writing. Because if I write and I am not in a good mental state, every time I come back to it, nourished, rested, what the fuck I was writing here? And either I will edit it heavily, or I'll change it, or I'll just like take up parts of it.
We always edit. The next day is like, I thought I was moving. But you are reading like, what the heck is this? Let me change this.
The best part is the ones that you find is like, why did I stop? Why did I stop writing this? This is genius. Why did I stop writing this? This is insane.
This is insane.
This is insane. Because, go on.
No, I wanted to like bring it more back, right? I don't know if you guys saw this other trend. It's such a funny trend, right? What happens is men write these stories and captions about not accept, like, this is the bare minimum. You know when you say,
yes.
took me to McDonald's.
Oh, yes. I saw that bare minimum trend, yes.
It's
hilarious.
It's hilarious. And I love, one thing that I love is the women in the comment section, right? And some people would be like, Flip, do we sound this ridiculous? Right?
And they do sound that ridiculous.
Yes, because sometimes like when you are, like, I mean, even when you're in a relationship and like your person says something, there are times when you take a deep breath and be like, okay, let's what please say what, like, I'm trying to understand what you mean. Hey, and then be like, and which is such an interesting aspect of things. There is someone who'd be like, if you ask an old man who's been married for so long and you ask them what's the secret, they'd be like, dude, sometimes when you see there, you don't always have to be logical.
You don't have to be right. Yes, you don't have to be right all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. You'll win a lot of arguments and lose your person, right? Because sometimes timing is a really important thing. Sometimes we forget that. Let's say, for example, someone is expressing. They're not expressing because they're trying to be right, but that's what they need to get out.
Yes.
Right. And even if you think like, Mara, maybe that sometimes may not be the right time to just shut it down. there's something, even if it's subtle, that happens that even when you are wrong or you're all over the place, what centers you, and if what centers you is getting something out and talking about it and screaming if you have to,
I think,
and after that you're calm and be able to be like, I
have this obsession. Of course, maybe I'm a creator and I write plays. And remember, when you write a play, you have like 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes 8 characters in your head, but they must sound different on paper, right? When I'm painting 6, 7 other characters on the canvas, but they must look different from me, the creator, right? We do that long enough, you develop an obsession with being understood. You know what I mean? Like your point of view, your point of views get explored by 7 characters, right? And you see it with a lot with like with us in podcasts and with friends in conversation. We have this. Okay, not really. Let me not put other people. I have this obsession of like wanting to really get my point across, but sometimes that's not necessary, right? You don't always have to get your point across.
That's what I wanted to say. That not everything you feel needs to be said.
Not to be expressed,
Not everything.
Learning that is important.
And especially if you relate with people, you don't have to. And I'm not saying you must suppress things. I'm that particular individual.
No, not suppression.
I close things.
Timing.
I close things
timing
out.
Timing is important. Not suppression. Timing is important.
And also the obsession. I have the obsession to be understood. But what I'm learning about myself now is like I'm a complex individual that I'm also trying to understand parts of me. You know, and that's what we need to learn. There are parts of me that I don't know. There are parts of me that I'm meeting now. There are things that I knew about me that I did not know they existed, but also the obsession of wanting to be understood and being a complex individual who's a creator, who really knows how to build lives and bring imaginations into like reality.
That's insanity. When you're looking at it from outside in, that is pure insanity. For me, I sit sometimes and not only have I written like multiple plays, right? So which means I've become multiple characters, right? And not only that, multiple age, genders, political views, and I have to like embody, and I have to be.
You have to embody something that even like is opposing what you think.
That contradicts me.
What I believe in.
But also, like obviously, to a degree, if you look at your poems or your plays, you zoom out. Your voice will sort of like surface here and there. Like you can't write out yourself for sure. You're always gonna show up, even in two characters that are opposed, because they're written by you. We're gonna show that is definitely you. But what I'm learning about this obsession with being understood, what have helped me to dial it back is this idea of seeing the bigger picture, right? Because now we're gonna disagree about this thing. We're gonna argue about it, even if like it's not something that will get us to break up. It will definitely create some quiet silence for like 2 hours, and you know what I mean.
Sometimes 2 days.
Sometimes 2 days. I don't want to be quiet for 2 days.
It's sad. I think like
I don't want to be quiet for 2 days. I'm like, and then what?
And then what?
Yeah, and then what? I don't know.
Then what?
I talk, bro. I like to talk. I like to flesh out ideas. I'm writing plays.
I like to talk, but I find it difficult to talk about me. I find it difficult to talk about parts of me that are really unsettling. You know, but I like to talk. I like to talk about what I'm thinking about. So I'm writing a new play that is about.
Tell us this play.
It's a
story time.
Story time. Yeah. So it's a play about a prayer. So it's also understanding ways of praying. That there are certain places where men are not supposed to kneel.
Okay.
The understanding that men don't pray to other men. Men negotiate.
For sure.
You know, and also understanding God as a male figure. How do we negotiate man to man with God? You know, in a traditional space.
I like that.
And there is a space. There is heaven and there is earth and there is hell. But there is this indoctrination of Christianity that makes us to think differently about it. So in my play, heaven is where great people who live on earth go to look upon the living.
Okay.
It's not everyone who goes to heaven.
Okay.
Only those who have lived good and who've understood the mission and the calling.
Okay, so God is a sum of great people.
It's a sum of great people.
Yeah.
But in this play, we are going through a journey in meeting him because he identifies as him.
Yeah.
And hence
we were introduced to him as him, yeah.
Yes, even in the play.
Yes.
You know, I'm reimagining him as him.
Yes.
And how do men negotiate? How do men not kneel? And who has a right to pray, you know?
Yeah.
And in the midst of it, women come in the play to really remind men that every human being is from a woman.
For sure.
And certain prayers men cannot pray. They need women to pray, you know? So these women, they try and lead this troop of men who are trying to pray, who are trying to have this conversation with this man. And then we identify the understanding of kneeling. Why would women get closer to earth as women, and how earth give birth to things and how women give birth to people? So I'm locked in that space of thinking currently, and we're having Twarelo as this young award winner. Award winner.
Hey, shout out to Twarelo. Deserved, I think. Yeah.
So
I was robbed. I'm joking. I'm joking. I think the winners.
He's not joking.
No. I think the winners that won, I think they did well. Actually, because they had like fully fledged, fully on great plays, right? That they were working on.
Have you seen them?
No, what I've heard of it. I will not say I've seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. So I can't participate in that conversation.
I've heard that it was like a fully great thing. That it
shout out to Mudisa as well.
No, shout out to Mudisa. Yeah. For me, I was very grateful for the nominations, both nominations actually. It's very incredible, but also the play that I'm working on, Dark Magic, is still very much growing. It's going to be directed by someone else. So
that's someone else.
Yeah, my point is that the people that won, they're incredible, I'm sure. I'm also working on a play.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for my turn because I can't wait to.
The play will premiere now during Africa Month.
Okay.
The title of the play is Buteng Bya Gapa. You know, when two women are pregnant.
When is it debuting?
16.
No way.
TX Theatre, bro.
Okay,
nowhere else. TX Theatre. Even my international play that I'm directing is going to. My version of direction is going to debut at the TX Theatre. So I'm working on 2 plays. So that's what I'm working on. And my mind is consumed by those spaces. So I leave this realm and begin to exist in understanding the ancient ways of praying and also consuming that and thinking in that space. So it's me answering that there are certain places that we go to when we create and we become those things and we believe in those things. And once we are exposed to those realms of existence, we are unable to forget those parts of us that we found there.
Yeah, interesting. Tell us about yours. Which one are you?
I don't know which one do you want to hear, but 7 plays. No.
I know.
No. Genuinely, there's one, a priest, a counselor, and a soldier working to a bar.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
I'm a lead there. Hi.
Jesus Christ. And there's another one called propaganda, but the one I really want to talk about right now is called purgatory.
Oh, yes.
Purgatory is basically talking about this limbo space between being a professional and being an amateur, right? Yeah. We've all been there. In fact, some of us probably, I don't think I'm there. I think I'm very much a professional right now. But there is this space where you sort of travel, right?
Yeah.
You see your beginning and you move from that point. You have an interest in a field, whether it's whatever, business, play, art, politics, whatever. You start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And in that starting, you find people that have started and have ended up nowhere in that starting, either because of whatever reasons, which is the place trying to interrogate those reasons.
Yeah.
Right. Someone has started. I'm going to use us as an example. Someone has started to write plays but I found them here. They've been writing plays before I even started writing plays, and they've not moved beyond, at least through my own perspective, where I would grant them as professionals. Right? They are stuck in this place, but they also sort of carry themselves as though they are of something, you know what I mean? And surely they deserve sort of that title of like, you know, veteran. If I would even grant them that. But even them, they is still in pursuit of something. But it's also how they start to move, how they start to navigate, how they start to take advantage of people coming up, how they start to become they start to block up young talent by giving them old rules of how to operate. You can't do this before you do that. You can't put this light here, you don't put this light here. You know what I mean? Like, if you know so much about this thing, surely you would have been but you're here amongst us, really trying to dictate to us how we should move, right? And some of that wisdom is necessary, right? Some of that wisdom is important because they have been doing this, and for whatever reason they didn't move past it, right? But also that level of naivety, that level of youth is still very much required just to throw yourself in there, right? There are some of the poems that are performed early on that I'm looking at now. It's like, where the hell did I get the bravery? I would have stopped me if I had met me now. You know what I mean? If older me meet young me, and I'm like, don't do chaos. But it was one of my biggest poems. Why? Because like I know sort of like that aggression, that sort of, you know, what it can. Because when you're young, the ego is still very ripe, right? You're still sort of very self-centered, and you're speaking from your own gut and your own limited knowledge, and you're not sort of considering other people, right? And it is in that considering, that sort of starting to walk on shells, that somehow slows you down. The moment you notice that you're walking on shells, you walk slower. Right? And that stops you from getting where you wanted to go. But when you're young, you're just moving fast, right? But also in that moving fast, you need to be careful of not hurting other people. So there's this negotiation, this conversation between someone who's been in that space, who's stuck in that space, and someone who's just entering that space and saying like, yo, man, you need to be careful of these things and these things and these things. But in warning these people, because I'm sure you have the same people, and Norm Colsey does, in their DMs saying, hey, I have this play, can you please look it up for me? Hey, I have this thing. Like, yo, you shouldn't just be willy-nilly giving your ideas to someone who has access to space. I can steal this thing and put it TX. It. No one will doubt that it's mine. This is very naive of you to give me this, right? I have to like hold it in. Like, I shouldn't even look at these things because what I found actually it happened earlier on, like maybe like 2-3 years ago. Someone sent me an idea of theirs that was similar to an idea that I was already working on. So now
it's what we had a conversation about. When you said
yes.
You are telling the period.
So what he was explaining is the thing that I explained to you is that after the period, the one that we did, I want to call more people and sort of have this service of like this prayer session of this man and this conversation in us. And he says, I'm working on the same thing. But you see with him, you can't doubt that I thought of that, and I can't doubt that he thought of that because he's...
Because sometimes things happen.
Yes, but sometimes a kid in high school sends me an idea that I'm already working on. Imagine how torn they will be when they see that idea on stage. And they say, like, that's my thing. I was like, no, when you sent me this thing, I was already working on it. Right? And then, but where's proof of this now? So Purgatory is sort of interrogating the space, right? Where you are young, you're entering space, you're vulnerable, and you find us who are still also in pursuit of something, and you want to collaborate with us, right? And you sort of like not aware of how much of that youth we miss and we require in our space. So don't just jump into like a production and say like, please guys, cast me. Because we will cast you, right? And then, but not to serve you, to serve ourselves, right? You need to be very careful of the people that you collaborate with, the people that you're having conversation with. That's why like there's an advice that says when you're networking, network like this. Don't network like this. Because when you network up like this, you're going to find people who either will not even have time to listen to you, or people who listen to you and steal your stuff and then use it as theirs, or you find people that are already working on that stuff and you will have the audacity like, no, you stole my idea. Like, no, this person was already working on that thing, right? Also vice versa, right? There's this, you know, like for instance, you were talking earlier about like this application that you made and then you got funded for it, right? Now you are in need of money, right? You're in this whatever situation, maybe you have a knee problem, whatever, and then now a kid gives you an idea. You know that if I submit this idea, I'm getting X amount of money. So now you're thinking like, what am I supposed to do with this thing?
Yeah.
Morally, obviously, do not do it. Obviously, it's easy. Do not submit this child's idea. Blah 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 blah. It's easy to say that out loud like that. However, that knee, that knee is giving you problems.
It is,
so
yeah.
So that's what purgatory is.
There's no space. Also, I'm glad you're doing that particular play and having this conversation.
Yeah.
But there's no space for those things to exist. Hence, you'd find our DMs are flooded by this conversation that I have this play, I've been writing it. Yeah. Please come, we want to do this thing. Can you bring our work to TX? Can we do this? Can we do that? It's because there's no space for that to exist. And I like what you used and said, there are people that you found here and they haven't moved an inch since you found them, but they are there oppressing us and saying this light should be. There's no space also. There's no space for them to really exist. And also with the play, hopefully we could start the conversation there. Is what we talk about in fundings all the time. Yeah. Do it yourself, my guy.
Do it as much as for yourself as you can. Yeah. Because your ideas, like guys, I saw my idea being butchered on stage and I had no one to tell.
Yo!
I was looking at that guy.
Which one?
This.
Which one? Let's hear Soli's story.
This. Yeah. And I was like, I wrote this.
Let's hear
and I
had
no one to talk to about. And
we'll
also
come back. We'll come back to your head. And we'll deal with your head. Soli's working on a new play, and then we'll come back to the butchered idea.
It was so butchered. I was so mad. I was so pissed.
That's a similar thing happened with me.
Wait, first tell us your story.
Okay, the story before because hey Kuning. My story is we know of Maletisa's grave, right?
Yeah.
I feel like sinking is Maletisa's grave in a way, right? So what I'm doing now is I tried to rework sinking what it was, trying to take all those poems, but the current version that I am
is different,
is like there's a whole bouncing. Sinking is beautiful. It was beautiful and it still is, right? But what sinking feels for me now is a collaboration, a performative collaboration between music, dance, and poetry, right? But now, what I'm doing, which I'll be working with Muruti, right? Muruti is coming in. I'm writing the story of Maletisa, right? So, but this is not the death of Maletisa, but it is about the life of Maletisa.
Okay.
Right? How? Because it is the thing of like, I'm not just doing a copy and paste of the poem.
Yeah.
It's a thing of, we know that we buried names when bodies were not found.
Yeah.
But what happened before that?
Okay.
Why did this dude go to war?
Yeah.
Why did he leave his wife?
Yeah.
And it's a crossroad also between the reality and the fiction.
Yeah.
Right? Because, for example, I made him barren. Right? So Maletisa is this man who is rash, right? He tends to jump before he gets to think about things here and there. But he's a lover, and he's a lover in the 1800s.
Yeah.
He has one wife who he loves so much. That's Nakedi Batau. And then he has a brother who has 10 wives. That's Marubu, right? And now, you know what the pressure looks like. It's like, you are a hunter, my guy.
Yeah.
And you do fight. You've been fighting as a young man and all that, but you don't have a child.
Yes.
Right? And what this happens is that he overhears, this is still in the research phase between, we know that they usually wouldn't tell you if they're asking your brother to come and visit your wife's quarters and score for you. Yeah. So now they're having Marubu have to come and impregnate his wife for him.
Yeah.
Right? And when that happens, he overhears it. And he's somewhere between, it's culture. It's back then. He knows that this happens. Right? And that gets him now to be like, there's actually a war that Buskukuni are fighting. And then he goes for, I'm going to go to war.
Yeah.
Right? And when he decides to do that, of course, long story short, he goes to war, he leaves his wife. And when he is gone and in the war, we find out that before Marubu can come into the house, she was pregnant. But nigga went to die.
I see.
Yes.
So it's the gardener.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like
that's beautiful. But also, what I really like about Soli is that he chooses the topics that he chooses are so like unexpected, like with prayers. Like you're not thinking about men addicted to sex.
Yeah.
With prayers,
You're not thinking that.
Expected of Soli.
Yeah? No. But it's not.
You as a friend, you would say that.
Wait. You're right. It is expected of Soli, but if he tells these types of stories you're not expecting on stage. Like some people sort of like it's easier to tell.
You guys basically just called me a hoe.
What? No, I mean, whoa.
No, wait. We have spent so much time together.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 years plus, right? We know each other.
What? How did we get to home?
No, I get it.
No. I did not use those words.
He did.
But I'm saying he must not come here and make us feel guilty. We did not use that word. He did. And I'm saying to him, we know you enough to know. That's what I'm saying. Prayers was highly expected of you. You see the one that you did at the market.
Oh, yes.
That was not expected of you. That is like straight play and really text driven. That was not expected of you. No poems, nothing, but prayers, sinking. The time we spent with you as a creator and as a human being, that was expected of you. And what you're saying now is not expected of you, but I know how fond you are of who you are in your lineage, where you come from, your family, how to really build these branches of who you are and how to find them. That is different. But this other thing that you said we called you by...
my point was not to point about people being hoes, was that Soli will bring on stage something refreshing.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And I'm not saying like I would write.
Yes, 100%.
I would write about Exodus. I write about addiction. People have written about addiction. I write the tragedy of Samuel Lemunya. I write about like sort of like the relationship between a country, colonization, politics, blah 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 blah. Whatever. I have interesting twists on them, right?
Yeah.
I have interesting insight of these topics that I'm dealing with, but they're not new, right? I'm sort of reimagining them as like in a different way.
Yeah, but Masai likes to play low with it.
I'm not playing low.
Exactly.
Guys, I'm not playing low. Guys, I'm genuinely not playing low. This is ego speaking. Like I bring new insight to them.
No.
Right? But so what sort of like I'm not thinking like the way sort of he approached it, the topic itself, it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is this shit? Right? What I do is that this is actually what people always say to me about my work: poetry, painting, plays. I never thought of it that way. So you have thought of it, just not that way. No, that's my strong point. But with Soli is that I've never thought of it entirely.
We meet the works.
Yeah.
I think similarities between me and you is we meet the works. The works, they come to us, we meet them, and we interpret them.
Yeah.
Soli really goes into saying, I'm going to write about this thing, I'm going to research about it, I'm going to find the truth about it, and I'm going to interpret it this way.
Yeah.
With us, most of our works, we meet them while we're making them.
Yeah.
Soli meets his works way prior. Soli meets thinking before he's even taking a pen and write about thinking.
Oh, true.
Yeah, Soli thinks that way as a writer. If you listen to how he writes and how he speaks, even now, he's clear about what he's writing about. He's writing about the grave, but I'm not interested in the grave. I'm interested in this person's life. And I'm going to ask who and ask who and ask who and find these stories, and I'm going to pen them down. We find these ideas, whether they're conflicting, whether they're agreeing, or it's a certain spirituality or certain things that we're uncomfortable about, and then we take those things into a play and we build this world to deal with what we want to deal with personal, which is how we work as individuals. And the interesting part is what we're doing now with findings. All of us, we're collaborating and writing these poems, all three of us, with how we think. It's going to be interesting. And we're going to stage and produce works, all three of us, from the space of how we think and do things. So for me is, some of your works are expected of you because we spend time talking, and I could see when something is going to be a work or something is just being expressed. And even when I saw Prayers for the first time, when it premiered at the TX, I said, this person sounds like somebody that I know. Right?
Him, yes.
No, I didn't say the prayer sounds like soul. I said it sounds like it's based on you.
You guys.
Nah, get out of here.
It's not based on him.
Wow.
My point is, I mean, I've made my point. Is that
You made your point. You made your point.
Like,
But you must stop this thing of playing.
Jot down his work.
No. It's like is that the player?
Yes, because the thing is, for example, let's actually put this. I'm gonna start with the tragedy of Samuel Omunye, because I know you know that I always shout about it and say, you have no idea what you did here.
Yeah.
Right? Because like from long time ago, and it looked like it was us throwing a ball like this. We're like, oh, prayers shoot, it's gonna be nominated for a lady and it was like, so the tragedy of Samuel Omunye, which was awesome when we got nominated, right? But there is a beautiful thing that happens. I think maybe that's why our compliments are like a tug of war, right? Is because you write and do your art in a beautiful way that I cherish. And you appreciate how I do the work, right? I think it's that, when they're saying the grass is always greener on the other side. In this case, it's definitely greener. And it's not greener because it's not green this side, but because I don't have that kind of a garden.
I see.
Right. So I think it is that. It's like the same with Mkolis.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing that Mkolis would do is he would be like,
Yeah.
We will see
what it
comes out and what comes out of the play.
Means,
And it's been actually like an interesting thing engaging with the works, because I had the privilege of not only watching his works.
Sorry, I had a rehearsal at 8, so I'm just sending a message that I'm
no problem at all. It's like, it's not only about just seeing his work on stage, but it became more on, I got the privilege to write, even if like scenes, right? And it was such a beautiful thing, because I'm there, I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And seeing the journey. And I think this is one of the things that people need to do, is I don't always have to write the whole damn thing alone.
No. You don't have to do anything alone. Yeah. What I really like about X is his attention to detail.
Yes.
Right? He worries about things. Sorry. You worry about the compliment must go to you. Yes. You worry about things that I wouldn't worry about. Right? And I wouldn't, and I things that I should worry about. We should all worry about. But X worry about those things, and then he makes them important. And when you're watching his plays, you're like, oh, that does matter. Why haven't I done this? Why haven't I thought of that? Why haven't I phrased? Why am I not bothered by this thing? This should be bothering me. Or why am I not excited by this thing? This should be really exciting me, right? And that's where you see the passion in your pen. It bleeds out into the acting, right? You don't see people acting in X's plays and they're sort of relaxed. And not relaxed in terms of like, obviously, when they are relaxed, they're super relaxed. When they're excited, they're super excited, right? You deal with these extremes because you care about those things, right? I worry when I write, and this is not me humbling myself again, but I worry about the bigger picture, right? This concept is about this thing. I'm dealing with these two ideas colliding, right? And you deal with the individuals colliding in this concept and who they are. So that's where sort of me and X sort of like separate. I worry about the idea. I sit on that idea. Even Pegotry, I can write the entire Pegotry without having a name of a character. Right? I don't even have the name. I don't know these people like that in that sense. But I know their ideas and I know what they're thinking. And I really like you can sit with them and have a conversation, and once my characters leave, and you're like, who's that guy? You know what I mean? Like, I'm that person. But when Axe's characters leave you, they leave you like, that guy was amazing. So what were we talking about? So you know this person intimately, but you're sort of not sort of invested in necessarily like the thing, right? For me, you invested in the thing, the person becomes sort of disinteresting, right? In that sense. And that's sort of like why the collaboration is very important. It's because like I will bring in the idea, like as big as it is, I will sort of like from the size of it, he will chisel it down to the point where now it's sort of you can sort of eat it, right?
Yeah.
The perfect way of explaining it in terms of food, because I love cooking, I fry my food. He slow cooks, so it falls off the bone.
Tenderism.
It's you know what I mean. So you're very good at that. You're very good at like the thing to simmer, to sit long on the fire, and to cook like that. I deep fry the thing, right? I get it to the point where it's just like
crispy.
Exactly. It's very crisp. It's you're not at least my attempt. It's not unambiguous, right? You know what this person stands for. You know what this person stands for. You know what that person does. You sort of know, and you sort of you enjoying their collusion. That's fine. But with X or with you, is that you really know these people.
I spend time with them.
You spend time, and actually another great thing about him, I don't know, it's because of his access to TX, but I think it's probably more. He rehearsed a lot more than me, right?
Lies.
No. But you sit with your work a lot more than me.
Yeah, alone before with the collaborators.
But even with the collaborators, you sit with it. No, way longer. Trust me, guys.
Nah, I disagree.
Rehearsing, I'm dead.
My actors, everyone who has collaborated with me, please comment on this video. Masa is lying. He says because we have TX, we are privileged to sit with the work.
No, but it's not even like in a bad way.
No. Well, you know what makes my work is I don't finish my work. I really spend time trying to know.
That's another thing. I finish.
I don't.
You don't, yes.
Yeah, because I find this thing and now I'm interested in.
Yeah.
I think stories are from people, not stories make people.
Yeah.
I meet people. I really unpack.
For sure.
And really understand people that I'm writing. Yeah. Right? And I'm also interested in, do people hear what I'm hearing when I speak with these people alone?
Yes.
And I could write 15, 20 minutes and I could stage it at TX and say, hey, I'm thinking around these things, and these are people that I've met, and they live behind this farm, and this is what had happened to them. Do you think this is believable?
Yeah.
Do they really relate?
So he cares.
Yeah, and do
I don't care. I do. I don't.
And also,
and that's. And I'm not saying like I don't collaborate.
But is also what informs you.
Yeah.
I'm informed by spirituality a lot.
For sure,
yeah. I'm inspired by trance a lot. That's why my plays, you'd find they're very emotional, visceral, it's like they go to the extremes of things, because even in trance and spirituality, you go to a thing that you don't know.
For sure.
And I've spent time understanding the journey between you and the trance,
Okay,
and that excites me. That I wanna go through that process and finding that. It's also what Luigi Pirandello wrote in 6 Characters in Search of an Author. That how
interesting.
How characters came to this author, and he's now trying to write the story because the characters are telling the author that this is our tragedy. This is what had happened to us. Please put it on paper. And I think from that space is right, that these people come to me and they want to share their stories. And I spend time to say, okay, wait, who are you? Where are you from? Why you want to tell the story? What would it change? Is it important? And all of those things. And that's why I spend time with building worlds.
Cool.
So I'm interested in world building and where these characters live.
Compliment me.
You you're a brilliant writer. Firstly, I never expected it. I never expected you to write a play, honestly. Because I said, this guy is a poet and a painter. That's it. And when you first wrote a play, well, Morunga was a compilation of...
a compilation of poems, for sure,
but that's when I began to see that, hey, this Mahofe boy has something to say. And you have a great way of finding conflict where there's no conflict, where people have to choose. Like, there's no conflict. Like as people would say, hard determinism and free will is a conflict. No, it's a choice, not a conflict.
For sure.
It's either you are with hard determinism or you are with
free
will. But you have a way of making us sit with this two themes, and now we are fighting. No, it's hard determinism. And which you're brilliant in it, and also how to write human stories in a very fictional way. There's Masai is clever in writing fiction and make it real.
Yes.
There's the fiction of your stories are very real. It's like I know these people. Tragedy of
for sure.
I know the one that I'm acting as a pastor. I know these people. I know this world. But even when you read, you see this is fiction. This is Masai thinking. But there's a way that you bring
for sure
into this world that is really...
I found that a lot with the tragedy of Samuel Lomonye. People keep asking me, who is Samuel Lomonye?
Who is it based on?
Where can I read about Samuel Lomonye?
It doesn't exist.
I don't know. I made that guy up. I made him up because I had an idea that needed to speak. Right? And cool. I like that.
And also to really move away from the general topics. You could think about addiction, but in Exodus you speak of addiction in a very weird way, and distinct way, which you
it's
have
unexpected, for sure. Because usually when people deal with these social issues, it's tricky to just write about and for it to be memorable. I mean, people will see it and be like, no bullying or no drinking will get you in trouble, but then you have. I think you are really philosophical, right? Because you dive into the fine lines in not just life, but in thought itself, in thinking, right? Where someone goes like, "What's happening behind this thought?" And you have a thing that people struggle with, and it is to write about things that they do not necessarily agree with. And at the same time, because people might not know this, but Masai does not drink. Right? And it's a thing of like, how then were you able to go in there? And then it got me to think even about like Dr. Jeremy Fokeng, right? We've seen him act like he's drunk, and we would think that this guy's really drunk.
That's hard, guys.
Fun fact, he has never tasted alcohol in his life.
That's crazy.
Imagine
that's
that.
Crazy. But that's also skill and talent and observation.
Yeah, I think also it comes with high talent, being trusted with this gift of bringing this thing. Because sometimes we watch our works and we're like, how did I bring this thing to life? You know? I was watching Lena the other day. I'm like, what the heck?
Lena is amazing. Like, Lena, Malepa.
Guy.
These are some of the favorite works.
Watching something that you did. My guy.
That is a sense of fulfillment.
Guy. And you cry and said, thank you. Send this thing to me.
Because the tragedy I sat with it for a while. Because remember, it's like...
Masai and I were like... He was like, Exodus. I'm like, tragedy. We were doing this. For me,
yes, he loves the tragedy a lot. But Exodus.
No, you love Exodus.
I love Exodus.
We don't know what you went through to give birth to. It's attached to that. The certain works that I fucking love. Dark Magic. And I fucking love that piece of work.
But the Bloemfontein performance.
You are not there. I think our time is up. But there's something interesting that is happening. The Market Theatre is partnering with us again. We are doing the TX Theatre Hub at the Market Theatre at the center of the 50th celebration of the Market Theatre. From the 7th of July to the 12th of July, we are doing 5 plays. We'll announce the plays soon. And an exciting thing, we're working with Vice Monacheng Motabi as... No, sorry. Vice Monacheng, not Motabi. Vice Monacheng, who's our dramaturg, will be working with us in developing these 5 works. We are doing Maputo. We are doing the TX Theatre Hub at Mozambique from 28th of May to the 6th of June. We will be there by the ocean. If you have friends, gather your friends. Let's go and enjoy the warmth of Maputo. So that's what we are doing. So yes, and
preparing also for NEF.
Yes, we are doing NEF again and again. And also we are doing a collaboration. It should be around end of May, June-ish. So we'll announce the date.
For sure.
But we've started writing. So yeah, amazing things are happening. And it's been great being with you, Jerts.
Yes, and a shout out. We had our very first.
Talking like we're done. This is just an episode. We're just announcing things. This is not the end of the podcast.
Oh, that's done.
We had
a beautiful
time.
Podcast, the end of episodes.
Yeah.
We have as a celebration, we had our first radio interview.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Which really
an hour.
Yeah, it was supposed to take like 20 minutes. And I could hear them going like, we'll come after the break, and I'm like, I wonder, they'd be like, we're gonna extend to this one.
Yeah, we can't cut it.
Because it was awesome, the engagement and everything. You can press that one there. And then it was such a beautiful thing to actually get to experience and the engagement. Like we were at SAFM. I think it's a beautiful thing, and the beauty doesn't come from, I think, putting emphasis on this, right? And letting the people know. We, in a way, don't know what we are doing. We are finding.
That's the name. It's in the name, It's in the name,
Meaning that sometimes, whether it's in the phrasing or saying things that we believe to be true, it doesn't mean that it's really true. But who was I telling? I was telling someone that there is danger in believing that something is truth by it pretending like it is not. So it's better to be that we will be able to engage with what we say and get to think beyond ourselves.
I've had so many of my ideas sort of dismantled on camera.
Yes.
Being told like that's bullshit. And I just like had to sit here and take it.
Yes. And then it's a beautiful thing, and it goes beyond.
That was the point. That was the point.
So we see the comments, and we're not just quiet. We have to sometimes, I think one thing that I get to learn a lot is the fact that when I hear something, especially from the outside, I have to sit down with it and be like, okay, cool. I now have to really think so that I do not just respond for the sake of responding, right? But shout out. We thank you very much for the love, the engagement.
It's been great.
Yeah, please keep on subscribing, liking, sharing, and grow with us, man.
Yes.
Grow with us.
It's been beautiful.
There's a friend of mine who was in Lion King. He spent some years in Europe doing Lion King. He wants to come sit with us. He wants to speak about something very interesting that he picked it up when we were doing Gifter's interview.
What did he pick up?
He picked up that we did not really spoken lengthily about these detours that as an artist father, what are the real what do you really do so that don't sound good, but what's the work, for you to sustain what you're doing. And also he wants to really unpack the idea around social fathers. I think I'll reach out to him when we're shooting next.
The next one,
but I'm away, guys. I'm in Durban. I'm in California in 2 weeks' time. So we'll shoot when I come back. Please don't allow them to shoot without me.
No, we'll shoot without him.
Why am I?
He had an episode by himself.
We should have another one as well.
Oh,
right.
This guy. What the hell is he talking about?
It's fine.
It's like we need him.
It's fine.
And the interesting thing is, we have the option of live stream. So get us. Maybe if you do this, we are having an episode. Right? You're not that choose out part of your nana. We literally able. We will have the cameras and not clean a camera. Also clean nice abonali botsemo.
iPhone.
Or we are all right, guys.
Awesome.
Great.
No.
I don't want to hold you any longer. Go to your rehearsal.
I have rehearsals.
I have
shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, gents. It's been nice. We must not take so long before we meet, man. We know we speak every week, but this is fun.
Yeah, but the sense that person is going to California and Durban. I just came from Cape Town. You were at the wedding.
No, but we can make time.
We can make time.
Definitely can.
But we have made time though. Like this many episodes. Like I've lost. When it gets to a point where you lose count, that's when you're in a good space to be. You want to be in a space where you lose count. Like I don't know how many we have Yeah, I've lost count. I don't know how many.
Yeah,
shirts
and
I've worn here.
and gifts.
I've run out of clothes. Have I worn this on the podcast? Yeah. Have I? I don't know. Yeah.
No,
for
definitely.
Sure.
No,
right,
shout out.
No problem.
Finding.
We're out.
Subscribe.